Okay, let's talk about having a bad race weekend. Actually, let me stop you there. You know that I do not believe in bad race weekends. They don't exist. All we have are results, feedback. We go to a race weekend giving the best we can as drivers, as performers, no matter what you do. If you don't get the result you don't want or you wanted before you went there, boo-hoo, there's plenty of other things that come into the equation that influence the result. As long as you are doing what you need to do, what you should have done, and you performed at your best, then that's a win. If you didn't, and then the result is not what you need it to be, all you got to do is get to work, right? That's what I want to talk to you about today. Hello race drivers, it's Enzo with the Race Driver Coach Show from Key West. I've made the trip down from the Miami Grand Prix all the way down to Key West, one of my favorite places in the world, to speak to you today, to give you a bit of an insight from the race weekend and to extract what I can from it to help you perform better and be at your best. As you probably may have seen, if you're an F1 fan, we had a terrible race weekend. Terrible, in quotations. I was coaching Oliver Bearman, I was with Oliver Bearman this weekend, and as you can see by these results that I'm putting on the screen, things didn't go to plan all the way we wanted them to go, especially Ollie. If you've been following my stuff, my teachings and preachings over the years, you know that there's no such thing as a bad race weekend, as I said in the intro. It's intel, it's information. As a coach, I get hungry when we have a weekend that doesn't go to plan, because it's like, right, we can get to work, we can dig into something, find something that didn't work. And I want you, this is the first lesson from this video, I want you to think exactly the same way. To come away from woe is me, I can't believe this didn't go to plan. Why didn't I win? Why did so-and-so take me out? How come the stewards gave me that decision that gave me a penalty and it wasn't my fault? All these things, right? Yeah, they're terrible in the heat of the moment. But I want you from this very point forward to do what I do with F1 drivers and anyone else, is you take the result, you take a look at it, you know that there's many, many different things that are going to contribute to that result. So it's not all on me as a driver. I may be a big part of it. I may be 1/5, 1/6 of it. But I've got to understand the parts that I'm in control of. If there's anything I can learn from it and anything I can improve to apply the next time out, the next time I hit the track. We need to make sure that your mind is there every single time. So every single time you take a smack in the face in life and on the track or whatever it is that you do for a living or a career, you've got to make sure that you take it in, you have a debrief to yourself, you give your time to look at it and say, give yourself time to look at it and say, or ask yourself, what is it that I could have done different if I went again? If it was happening, it's Groundhog Day, the whole thing's happening tomorrow, what would I have done without having all the info I have now better next time out? If I could rerun it, if I could, just like the PlayStation or Xbox, press reset, restart at the start of this level and go again, what would you do? And you make a list. And you come up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many ever things it takes for you to say, these are the things I should have done different and I will going forward, or I'll train myself in the areas where I wasn't good enough. Then you start to see each bad, should we say, weekend as something that is going to force you to grow. And you know what? When you're getting kicked in the teeth and you're on the floor after this weekend, a certain weekend, or even one race, could be race 1 of 3, it's like, what can I extract from it? What can I apply next time? And the faster that you get your brain there, your mind focusing on that, the quicker you'll come up with a solution. The quicker you'll come up with a very resourceful mind instead of, I'm the victim. We can't be a victim if you want to. You can't be a victim if you want to win a championship, if you want to win anything in life. You have to take from what the world has just given you, translate it, see it for what it really is, that means, and how can it help me become better? Now, I know if I was to beat you at something, and all you did was that, I was like, right, that's interesting. Enzo's just beat me at something. What did he do? What did I do? How can I learn from it? Right, let's go again, Enz. Let's do it again. And we just keep doing this. Eventually, you're going to get it. Eventually, you're going to do something that beats me or whoever it is against you, or yourself, your former self. This is the champion's mindset that you must adopt if you want to be good or the very best at everything. Everything would be great. And being the best is an amazing goal. It's like, I don't just want to get to F1. I don't just want to be a pro driver. I want to be the best. And when you have that goal of being the best in the world at something, it's amazing how your work ethic changes. What you do each day, because what would the best in the world person do right now? It becomes an identity thing. That, again, is another little nugget and insight to how I see things when I'm coaching someone. How can I make this driver the best in the world? Even if it's so far-fetched, there's no chance they're going to be the best in the world. They haven't got the skills, and they never will have. I still, as a coach, approach it that way. So why can't you? And then just give yourself a shot. I've gone off on one a little bit, but if you just have a look at your race weekends, let's bring it back now. Your performances, if you're not a race driver, something you've done that didn't go to plan is your chance to really step up. If you go out there and win, it's great, but you can imagine that the P2 person, the person that you beat, or the person that underperformed at whatever event, they're going to be working harder. If you're the type of person who wins and then thinks that's great, it's amazing, let's just move on to the next one, they're going to catch you up. They're going to be there when you fall. So I want you, no matter what, win or lose, that's just feedback. You get a P1 or a P20, it's feedback. What did I do well? And you always ask the same questions, no matter what the result. What did I do well? And what do I need to do much better next time? And if you approach your racing in that manner, you approach life, your career in that manner, and you work on the specific things that will take you to the next level, your weaknesses, should we call them, you work on them, or you strengthen your strengths, but that's where your focus is, the result really is just feedback. You give it less sort of real estate in your mind and importance, and you're more addicted to making sure that you perform better. So you could have the best win that you've had, you win by 20 seconds, you do everything that you seemingly right, great, but what could I do next time? This would be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday after. It's exactly what I do with drivers. Do the race weekend, let them settle after, so it'll be a Monday. Then Tuesday or Wednesday, we start to get together again, debrief, what can we do next time? It's stupidly basic, right? But this doesn't change no matter what level you're at. If you're just starting out in karting now, same approach. If you've been in F1 for 15 years, same approach. In fact, it's harder when you're in F1 15 years because you start to think you know it all. Not a chance. Make sure that you, if you've been in F1 15 years, you approach it just like you would if you were a go-kart driver or an F4 driver. Keep digging deep into your craft. This never stops. So all those people out there that are watching this have had a bit of a bad race weekend. Okay, get over it. Boo-hoo. It's not about you. Nobody cares about your results. And if you do, you care about them too much and they're affecting your confidence, that's when you really have to jump on it. It's like, right, you know what? It's not been working out. Something's got to improve. I'm going to go and find out what it is. I'm going to train it and apply it next time. It's really that straightforward.